The variables that affect behavior are the things that occur before and the things that occur after. So we have an antecedent, then we have behavior, and then the third part of the chain is called a consequence. Typically, people view consequences as something negative, but really in behavior world, consequences are just things that occur after a behavior. So let's say you have a child who engages in crying, and we pick the child up to console them. That might have actually reinforced the crying behavior. So like I said a minute ago, we never look at behavior in isolation. We're always looking at those variables that occur before the behavior and after the behavior. And the reason we do that is to try to figure out why the behavior is occurring in the first place. So when you're observing behavior, you're not just observing the student when they're crying or spitting or kicking or pinching or biting. You're looking at what occurs before it, like I said, it's the antecedent, and what occurs after it, which is the consequence. And in ABA, or in applied behavior analysis, we try to encourage people to consider changing the antecedent. So for example, if a child has a hard time with transitions, for example, they don't want to give up preferred items or activities, a way to change the antecedent might be to offer a timer, a visual timer to show how long they get to engage in the preferred activity. Or we might give them a first-then card to show them that first they get their toy play, then it's time for snack. And then you could even make a first-then card where you show the child toy play, then snack, then outside time. And that gives that level of predictability for students, and that helps them relinquish some of those preferred activities because they have an idea of what's coming next. So we've now talked about changing the antecedent. One of the other things we have to do is teach the behavior that you want to see. So a lot of times teachers and other adults will tell me that they want to have the baby stop crying, or the child stop kicking, or stop hitting, or stop biting. We have to try to figure out what the child can do instead to get their needs met. So for example, if the child wants to eat and they're screaming because they want a snack, maybe we could give them the words like, I want snack now, or a picture to request a snack, or even a voice output device that says snack please. So we have to teach that behavior that you want to see and then reinforce that. And that's where the consequence comes in. That's where the C part of the behavior chain is. So the child's hungry, they see a snack on the shelf, you teach them to request the snack, and then automatically and immediately we reinforce with the snack. And that's your consequence, which makes up your ABC chain.